What happens in the longer term when you compare isometrics with isotonics, right? So this was pretty cool because the study was in the patellar tendon. Most of the research on isometrics so far has been in the patellar tendon. So this was kind of cool to see isometrics versus isotonics in a longer term. Okay. It's 4 weeks, so it's still relatively short term, but it's not, immediately after to 45 minutes after. And in this study, they were looking at jumping athletes and they were in season, which I think is pretty cool because it is very, very challenging to get people's tendon pain to go down while they're in season. If you've been working as a physical therapist in the sports realm for long enough, you'll know that it stinks when you have a patient that comes in with pain in season, right? It's really tough to get pain levels to go down. But in this study, the athletes were in season. It was a 4-week long trial. They did their exercises 4 times a week. So they either, in group A, they performed isometrics 4 times a week. In group B, they performed isotonics 4 times per week. We just wanted to see if there's a difference in the outcomes, right? And here's the thing. Both groups improved with their pain, which is great. That's awesome because in my experience, if you have an athlete that has a pretty bad patellar tendinopathy and they keep on competing throughout the course of the season, it tends to get worse, right? So if we intervene, it actually improves this. So good stuff. However, was there a difference between the isotonics and isometrics? There was not, right? So at least in a 4-week span, right, a longer term, although not that long term, isometrics seem to perform similarly to isotonics, right? So in the end of the day, does it really matter whether or not using isometrics or isotonics for more of these longer term outcomes? At least based on this study, it seems not. So if you are loving what you are learning right now, I highly recommend you check out my fitness pain-free episode where we go over a patellar and quadriceps tendinopathy guide. I will leave a link in the show notes. Definitely recommend checking it out. You can also click on the link right above if you're watching this on YouTube and get started watching right away.